Well, hello there, people. Welcome back to Grounded with me, Corknut, on this episode 26. So, last time we managed to turn the haze off. The dire haze is gone. We also spent a lot of time falling into chasms and battling larvae. This time, we want to go and collect some bee fuzz, but in order to do that more safely, I want to make sure our armor is repaired here. To repair these, we're going to need berry leather and ladybug parts. I think we might have ladybug parts back at first home. So we're going to check that first. Meanwhile, we're going to leave anything here that we might need to. And grab some water.
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
Eat some of our meat.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And then we're going to head off to first home. If we go this way around this chasm, I'm pretty sure that means we end up in the right spot. Do have a lot of larvae and other annoying things around here that we're gonna kind of have to dodge. That's a ladybug. That's very dangerous. But as long as we're moving fast the whole way through, none of these things are gonna have speed to catch us. Unless we get stuck on the grass. Jeez. And I was also wrong. This is not a viable path. There's some science down there we'll eventually want to pick up. But we have to be on this side of it. There's also some, I'm actually tempted to go back down there because there's a bunch of stuff together. Probably makes sense to do that when we have healing gear and armor though, so let's go make sure we have those first. Our door wide open last time we were here. First things first, we are completely out of healing smoothies. We are also running relatively low on muscle sprouts, so I think we're going to need to expand our garden situation here. So let's start out with that. Actually, before I do that, let's just double check to see if we actually have the ingredients we need to fix this armor. We have 5 ladybug parts, 5 leather, plenty. So our armor is in fine repair. Great. Put it on. Anything else we need to fix immediately? This insect axe could be fixed. And the weevil shield is going to need raw weevil meat to fix it, so we're going to leave that be for now. How much hope do we have on crafting new items? The 2 things I want to think about are black ant shield, which we need a bunch of black ant parts, 5 black ant parts for, and 1 more berry leather than we have. And the other item is the thing that we can use to fire these pointy rounds, which I imagine is going to be here. Acorn turret. Look at this. 3 silk ropes and we can make an acorn turret. I think I want to do this. I have an idea.
Hope this is enough to keep me safe.
So let's double check. Make sure we're still making silk ropes here. This should still be grinding out plant fiber, just in case. And I'd like to make a turret. An acorn turret. Like, the spike strips were such a total bust that I'm hoping the acorn turret is a little bit of an improvement over the spike strips for base defense. We do have the ability to make all kinds of ammo for it now. So we've always been able to make pointy rounds, which are needles and feathers. But now we can also make rocky rounds and groundy rounds. All the groundy rounds take pollen, and I imagine that's going to come from bees. But these do a great deal of stun damage compared to the other two. Like, you really want to use it. Pointy rounds are super fast, and I think rocky rounds do the most damage and are the easiest to make. But it really looks like groundy rounds is the way to go with that stun. I have made some of these already though, so I do want to get this turret going sooner rather than later. Get the turret up. We're going to need a couple weed stems for that, because I just turned our last weed stems into plant fiber. But yeah, there's plenty of weed stems around this place, so let's go grab some from over here before the spiders come. Only need a couple of these, but let's see how many we can grab.
Those aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
Ditch these stems off upstairs. And let's see if we can't make that turret yet. Not quite, but close. I am hearing spider music. Let's go check and see if we can see any moving stems. Not really seeing anything. Okay, we're probably safe for now. We really just need one more fiber to make this. I guess we can place the blueprint. See how big it is. It's really big. Yeah, it's really big. I'd really like to stick it in a corner here, I guess. It makes sense to move this out of the way. I wonder how well it's going to be able to shoot through the walls. Okay, and let's pop that down. We just need the one silk rope and it is ready to go. Silk rope should be done by now. Not quite. Come on, silk rope. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme. There it is. I guess we should pop another one in there. Alright, let's see how we can use this thing. Oh yeah, look at this. Okay, so we kind of probably need to put it on top of some kind of platform so it can shoot down to the ground. So let's think about how we do that. What I'm thinking we'd probably do is, if we had ladders, it might make sense to just put a stem scaffold straight up here. Oh, and put it on top of that, maybe too high. Let's see if it can shoot down to the ground from that. Could also put it on pillar, I suppose, if possible. But with the scaffold, we're going to need a way to get up there, and we never unlocked ladders. Let's see if it's even possible. Shoot, well that's annoying that the recycle didn't put everything in our inventory. Maybe my inventory is too full. So let's do a scaffold. We haven't done one of these yet. But the idea would be we'd stick it in the corner here. And yeah, we can get on top of that pretty easily. So what if we put the turret right on top of the scaffold? Doesn't really want to go there, does it? Maybe if we're up. Maybe if we're up on it. Unsupported requires wall. Oh, really? Can you? Whoops. Can we attach them? I'm gonna attach it vertically on the wall outside. Let's see what that looks like. It's kind of weird, but... no, we can't shoot. Okay. Or can we? Kind of got the hint that we could there. Okay, this scaffold didn't work. Oops. Yeah, there's the... Okay. I feel like what we want to do then is just build another wall here. Or, that's an alternative, we could just put it... Whoa.
There's a fight starting here.
Incoming payback. Well, I guess that's a good time to figure out the turret. Let's put it here on the far corner and see. Can't shoot things from here. We can't really see things. That's a big problem. Infected bugs coming from that direction. They show up on the map. Oh, we can't see a map while we're in here. How do we get out? Right click. Let's go ahead. We also didn't get to building the smoothies yet, so let's go make sure we have smoothies. I think they're here. Fuzz on the rocks is going to be doable. It sounds like they're attacking, but I thought it would be paused in here, but I guess it's not. What do we got? Ah, there we go. Oh. Looks like we got weevils coming in. That's no big deal, but they're gonna explode next to our house. Might have to go down and fix things. Ah, that was it. Just some weevils. Nope, there's more coming. How much you want to bet our dew collector breaks again? Alright. Now we've got mites being annoying. Let's go kill the mites. How many are there? A lot. Oh, and that is a weevil. Stop breaking my stuff, bugs. Come. Let's see if we can't shoot him from upstairs. 7. Shoot. Fell out. Okay. Fix. Damn, there goes the walls. Okay, shoot. Damn bugs breaking my house. Don't be breaking my house, dude. these are just gonna be little guys, right? Where is he? They ran away. Shoo! Payback delivered. Okay, well, we survived that. Let's see what they broke. A couple walls. Not the dew collector, that's good.
That's not so bad.
Let's get these walls back up before a real threat comes. At the door. Let's see. We can't pick up all the bits. Oh shoot, they broke our grinder. That's annoying. And our basket. Okay. I'm thinking we want to reinforce this even more than it is, I guess. Doors. Dirty door. Okay, we'll need a couple sprigs for that. Should be some pretty close. We're probably gonna start getting scary
Hey,
monster music.
No one likes a nosy neighbor.
Let's make some rope. And let's get this bit over here. This is just gonna be a couple pieces of wall. There's one upstairs too that broke. I think. Yep. Okay. And a window that we lost here. Otherwise, I think upstairs is pretty good. Turret was totally useless, so we'll have to figure out a better position for that, I guess. And out here we got some gluey things and some pebbles. And it looks like they broke this boulder that was here. But they didn't get the dew collector. Let's go make sure it's in good repair. And let's fix this basket. Basket is here. Probably make it a second storage chest if we had clover leaves, so let's do that because chests are a lot bigger. We'll put it there. Let's drop these things off. You know what? Do we have any slurry we can feed this weevil with? Might as well, right? I think he's kind of stuck. Oh, that was me picking it up. Come here, bud. I got some slurry for you. It's delicious. I think he's stuck. See if getting this bag out of the way helps. Come on, buddy. Can you get out of my corner, please? Tell you what. I'm gonna move that wall for you. There you go. Oops. Alright, now let's see what happens if we build a chest here. Alright, we're gonna have to go chop down a couple clovers. Finish that chest. Which is clover? Where did we keep the clovers? This direction. Just pick up all
Those
these.
aphids look like they have things to do and people to see.
Unfortunately, inventory's full, so we're not going to be able to grab any clovers. Okay. Only a minor disaster that the insects came and attacked my house when I wasn't expecting it. Sounds like we might be picking up some mite fuzz while we're out here also. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, let's get that grinder fixed. Why can't we drop everything off? Okay, grinder please. Yeah, this chest should be empty, yes. So we're gonna start organizing a little better by putting actual gear in this chest, if we can. Including all the gear that we've retired. That way it'll be just generally easier to find it. Retired gear goes in here. Not the gum. But just the retired gear. Or stuff we haven't figured out how to use yet, I guess, is also. Or just stuff we've never used in general. So we have a lot of gear that we just don't really use that often. Or is older, lower tier stuff that we just don't need in a lot of cases. This stuff up here. And then we can drop all of these things in here. Oops, we'll need those. That was all the gear, yep. Everything else, I believe, is something we're going to use. So these things, this marksman's cap, the old shovel, rubber sheet can stay in here. The IDs, and the nifty needle, which we're not really using right now. We also should go take a look and see if there's any arrows to collect, because we shot a bunch of arrows, but I guess we lost them. No big deal. Completely sidetracked from anything that was intended to be done today. We are getting more silk ropes here. Got plenty to make. Another thing that I intended to do was to make some more of these because we're gonna need a better production supply of these guys. So let's make sure we can do that. We're gonna need more weed stems. I think we had still some to collect over here. If not, there were a couple more big branches we could knock down. Like this one. What time is it, by the way? 3 in the morning. Pretty much prime spider time. Tell you what, let's not tempt fate. Let's get a let's get a rest in. Although it is gonna mean we wake up at 11. And we're not gonna be able to go to bed until extremely late tonight. That sounded like this being done. I want more silk ropes being made there. Let's finish these. So we're gonna need regular ropes and weed stems. We just chopped down a weed stem before going to bed. And I know that I can bring the pallet over here, so maybe we wonder why we're not doing that. It's because I didn't think of it. Okay, the weed stem parts for these, not quite done. There's weed stems on the other side of the house too, a lot closer, and this time I am going to bring a pallet just to make this job easier. We could also grab that ant armor, but let's try the pallet trick. Let's drop it down here and get these guys. While that one's falling, we'll grab this one too.
Hello, powerless ant.
Wow, we're actually full. That is a great trick. You do have to leave a door open if you're going inside, though, because you cannot open doors while you're relocating. You can't do anything that requires any of those keys, or actually probably any keys, but mainly the keys that are marked at the bottom as being used for this. Yeah, that should be enough to finish these guys. Yep. And now we are going to need 14 crude ropes. So in order to do that, what we're actually going to do is make some more spinning wheels, if possible. I'm not quite sure what spinning wheels need, because it's been a while since I looked at this, but yeah, it looks like we could probably make a few of these, although it is going to take crude ropes, so let's actually just do another one for now, and let's put it downstairs next to the other one for now, just to make this less confusing. But for now, one of these will be rope, one of these will be They're both rope. One will be spider rope, one web rope, one will be plant rope. Nope, 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 nope. Can I cancel these? No. Oh, you can. Okay. Space to cancel. Good. Okay. This is what I wanted. All right. So those are both in progress. The grinder should be grinding weed stems so that we have plant fiber to feed those. And with all that plant fiber, it's gonna be okay to make our ropes ourselves. So let's go and do that. Even if it is really inefficient.
And people to see.
Cool. That's also going to let us harvest these guys. And we can put these in here. I'd really like to wait those 11 minutes to grab those two. So I'm going to do that. They're in there, but they're not planted yet. So we're going to come back in a bit and get those ones out of there too.
At least it's clean-ish.
Plenty of water. What else? Right, we're trying to get bee. Trying to get bee fuzz. So let's drop off excess garbage. Let's double check that everything's in a good state of repair. And what we need right now are some smoothies. So at the smoothie station, we can use these. We do have 16. That plantation outside is going to give us like 8 per use, so we do want to make more planters, just so we have a more convenient way to get this stuff. We can always go back to the pond lab. I imagine it'll regrow there, but I'd rather have our own source of it. So let's make 8 fuzz on the rocks. All right. And with that, I think we're ready. I would like to wait the time to get this replanted. What about making more of these? That might be smart. Yeah, let's do that. Let's clear a little space here and just make more planters. Just so we have like a better, an easier source for smoothie material. That was an accident. I think I can grab a couple. I'll go back for those later. Should have brought the grass pallet down, honestly. This one full yet? Oops. Yeah, that one's full. This one is not. So let's bring it down and get the rest of that stuff. Getting it back out of the way. And let's see what it's going to take if we have the material to make any more of these planters. So we could flank the stairs with them, I think. Like this. Kind of what I'm thinking. And it looks like we should have enough to make most of these. We'll need more weed stems, of course. But we have all the other parts, so if we just go chop some weeds, I guess we'll need some more spoiled meat. That's not too hard to get though, so let's go chop another couple weeds down, which means let's go get that weed pallet, run out into the woods, and get some stems. We're also very hungry. Let's check on our hunger.
I'd eat this normally.
Okay. There's a husky weed this way. Guess we could put that here. It occurs to me that I could actually have a crafting mutation set up here. Yes, which I do. Grassmaster, Rock Cracker, Hauling Hero. Let's activate all of those. And the fourth one of those should probably be the Cardio Fan, I'm guessing. Yeah. That way we will hopefully harvest faster. Yes. So hopefully I'll remember to switch that to a different mutation set when we're actually fighting. The ant out of the corner of my eye, I actually didn't know what it was at first. Just another creepy thing. Well, that feels like it's probably enough to finish the weed content for those grow beds. So all we have left here is ropes and one piece of steel spoiled meat. Let's go put this back upstairs. And maybe switch both of those to ropes for now. Try to get that done faster. Yeah, let's do that. Oops. Wrong thing. Crude ropes, please. How much longer we have? Another 8 minutes anyway. Can we go get some meat and get it to spoil in that time? I guess if we wait for this to spoil, that'll be about the right amount of time. Go do some weevil hunting, I guess.
Hello, powerless ant.
See what we can find in the general area. Like that aphid there. Somehow I missed. Man, it is hard to hit those gnats. They're like very bouncy. Lost track of my... Okay. 2 weevils. Let's see if we can't find another one to fix the shield and another one to put on the spit. That seems reasonable.
Let's see what we can find.
Ladybug over that direction. Okay. Let's head back. We might as well go and check the sap. The sap source. Probably going to be some mites. Always use the fuzz. And let's see how much we got in this time. Come on, take all. 5. Okay, well, that's not terrible. Maybe put another one of those up later so that we can get even more. Back to first home. These are all missing ropes still. How are we doing on our rope making? We have a few. Let's cook 3 of these and fix the shield with the other one. And let's see if we can't put ropes in these. We have 5 ropes so far. How long is it going to take to make more ropes? Should we make even more spinning wheels? The answer is probably. What's it take to make spinning wheels? For the 3rd time I've asked this in this episode. Clay. Clay sap, red ant parts, acorn top. So if we had clay, we could make more. It's like these things are about ready. Let's leave them on the spit for now. Let's go get some clay. We have plenty of room. Clay is right over here. And I don't think I've actually used this shovel to gather clay yet, have we? 2 hits. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's just like instant clay compared to what we've been doing in the past. Oh, fantastic. Okay. We also got a bunch of sticks here we can pick up. sure where they came from. I guess they're just in the water, so I didn't notice them before. Alright, do we really need to make one more spinning wheel? Probably not. But, how many ropes do we actually need here? 8? 16, 24 total. The other thing I don't think I ever did is go and fix our house. Let's do that too. So the next time they attack, it doesn't just break immediately. They were kind of attacking from all directions, weren't they? Okay, looks like downstairs is mostly done. They even got the floor. Wow. Bee flying overhead. Which makes me wonder if that turret would be good for shooting things that are flying over us. See any more damage? No. Looks good. How are we doing on ropes? How are we doing on... Is this done yet? 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Alright, let's just craft a bunch of ropes. 24, I think we need 22 still. We have plenty of plant fiber. 1, 2, 3 used all our plant fiber. Let's grind some more. Ah, never mind. Let's just discard it. I mean, deposit. Not discard, deposit. I guess we should make some more, though. Although that might make us low on weed stems. Let's not do that just yet. Oh. Doing fine there. Doing fine there. We have a bunch of ropes. That one, we need 7 more ropes. Can't we make that? Probably. Six, 7, we did it. Really? Thought we did it. Okay, what about spoiled meat? How are we doing on that? That's probably going to be spoiled in the morning, so what we're going to do, I think... These are going to be fine in there. Let's go through, actually, and see, can we... No, we have to have them in our inventory. We can't plant from the barrels, and we only have 8 of these left anyway. Let's plant them. That one's planted, or not planted, but ready to plant. They're all ready to plant. gonna wait for morning, I guess, for that one, which will also give us the spoiled meat. So let's go do that. To awake, right. We need an hour, another hour before we can go to sleep because we went to sleep so late last night. Let's go do some more hunting in that case.
Light. Burn back the shadows and turn away the inky depths of the night.
There's one.
Watch where you stick that nose, Weevil.
So we like weevils because they give us some meat, and we're not really using their nose parts anymore. But even if we overhunt them, like the rotten meat is good for fertilizing the flower beds we're making. One other thing I wanted to consider was whether in the science shop we wanted to finally buy zip lines and a ladder, and I think we do. We've come across a bunch of cases where we're building up and a ladder would work a lot better than the stairs I'm using, so I'm going to buy that. And then I want to try zip lines. Okay, that does get us pretty low on our science. Relatively low. Yeah, so like it would be nice to have a ladder up the outside of this, for example, just so we could speed up our journey to the top.
That's not so bad.
How are we doing on time for this? Another hour and 45 minutes. And our meat is not yet spoiled, but it's close. Let's go drop everything off. The other thing I wanted to do was get our arrows out of here so that when we do drop stuff off, the arrows don't get dropped off also. And we have 4 of those muscle sprouts. We have 4 muscle sprouts left. I guess we could put the arrows in here, because at least then we'd be able to find them in our gearbox. And cook. We got stuff cooking. Let's go to bed, actually. Make sure these are... hello? Alright, and then we can go to bed for the night. Alright, so what we're going to do here is grab our rope and get more running immediately. And we should be able to drop spoiled meat in there. This one should be ready. Yep. So let's now just plant all of these. Ready to plant, go. 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 Oops, wrong way. Alright, so that's 4 planted there. And then this one. Were these all planted? Yes. Okay. We've got mussel sprouts growing, 8 mussel sprout growing. That will yield 16 mussel sprouts in an hour, which is 8 of those will be put back in the ground, and we'll have a nice mussel sprout rotation going on. Which means we should be able to use the last tier for smoothies. I don't want to use them all though. I believe we have 8 smoothies now, so let's get up to 10. Good. Let's make one more bandage. Yep. We also learned how to make human food, which is something we may look at later. All of the ingredients are normal everyday foods. What could go wrong if you smash them all together? Awesome. We're going to grab the meats off the spit, and we're going to head over back toward the park bench by way of flagstones. Flagstones is that direction. Fascinating thing this time about flagstones is we are not going to need a gas mask. So I've even left it behind. I don't think that's a good idea though. I think we should at least leave it in the flagstone space. If we do that, then I'll know where it is. We've also talked about having this helmet on us at all times, so let's do that. Okay, now we're finally headed out.
Hello, powerless ant.
All of the rigmarole behind us. Let's try to avoid fights on the way there and avoid getting stuck. Double check. We should be wearing speedy slippers here. And we should have a shield.
More armor.
Also, we should put our mutation back on mutation A, which is giving us Parrymaster, Barbarian, which kind of contradicts each other, honestly, so I think we're going to do that instead. Sounds like a larva's chasing us. No big deal. There's another one. Maybe some infected mites. Always grab the dead bugs that you run across in your travels.
Let's see what we can find.
Whoa. Why is he actually out and moving? He's never been out and moving before. I wonder if that's a consequence of us having turned off the mist. Okay, well. That is terrifying. Whoops. Huh. We have made changes. Didn't really expect them to result in spiders. But, you know, name of the game. Before we go any further, we are going to head back to Flagstone's house here. Reset our spawn point. We'll also get this running some crude rope again, just because that stuff always seems to come in handy. We'll also make this burn some plant fiber. Double check our inventory. We can drop off more plant fiber. Let's drop off these extra helmets that we're not gonna need. We have a little bit too much food, but I think it'll be okay. You can always drop it if it becomes a burden. These are raw. Let's actually start those cooking. We'll put these on. Start the food cooking. And pop outside for a second. So the plan is to head up there. To head up to the picnic bench, which is up there. The reasoning being that's where we see a huge swarm of bees, so I'm thinking that's going to be the easiest place for us to get bees if we can figure out how to get up to the top. We did just learn how to make zip lines, so that's an option. Let's see if we can figure out how to do that. Look at that. Okay, so we can make zipline anchors, a post. Looks really easy. A post where the start or end of a zipline can be tied off. We can also make a zipline wall anchor, a wall-mounted post that can be used as the endpoint for zipline. I think we could probably make a zipline from here to there, honestly. But I'm still not sure that would get us on top. But it's an interesting idea, so what if we do that, since we can actually make this from here? What if we stick a zipline anchor on the roof here? Maybe we can even use this as like a way to transport, or a way to fast travel between locations by having like zip lines strung throughout the yard. Alright, to connect a zip line, yes, you do get, let's see. Oh, look at that. Already connected. Interesting. So we can just connect to the zip line that's up there from here. That was actually an accident. I didn't realize there was one up there. So change plans. We're gonna let you make a bunch of web fibers because that zip line that we just added up there, let's also add a ladder while we're at this. Ladder is going to be a little harder, but not too much, I guess. We have the acorns, but we're going to need to go break another weed down. Luckily, we have one right there. We are thirsty. Let's drink some water.
I mean, this is probably what bottled water is.
Let's eat a burger. And by that, I mean a weevil roast.
That tastes surprisingly not terrible.
And let's start chopping. Oops. Double check down the lanes, make sure there's no big spider coming. Let's chop this one too. Not nearly as many out of that one. Alright, and we can take this whole thing home. And finish our ladder. Okay, so that gives us a nice ladder to climb up to get up here. Finish this off, we're gonna need 15 silk rope. Holy moly, we've got 5. Need 10 more. Not exactly the way I expected to get up there, but I guess what we should do is scout the area while we're waiting for that rope to finish. But I think we're gonna have to do that next time because I think it's been time. So Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.